Protein, the magical macro. You'll hear me say that all the time. I say it again and again because it is the magical macro. And it is one of the macros that we look at a little more closely each day to make sure that we are getting enough. The reason why I always talk about it is because it's not always a convenience food. Protein is something that we have to plan ahead. We have to meal prep. We have to look and make sure that we have what we need to get in the amount of grams for our goals each day. So today, you get to come with me as I make my typical breakfast. This is my breakfast that I do pretty much every single day. The one thing that gets swapped out is the carb. So it's very, very easy. We're going to do eggs for our protein, but we have eggs, we have fruit, we have avocado. So not only are we getting protein, but you'll get healthy fats. You'll get a lot of fiber. So more bang for your buck in each meal. And that's what we want. Anytime I look at someone's nutrition, anytime we look at a meal, we want a high volume meal. You want to look at your plate, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and say, wow, that's a lot of food, because it is. We want it to be a lot of food, just not a lot of calories. That's the key. It's going to keep you full. It's going to keep you satisfied. It's going to give your body everything that it needs, and you're going to feel amazing. So what we're going to do today is make that typical breakfast. I'll do the macros at the end so you can see those and adjust accordingly based on your goals. But the biggest thing is first thing in the morning, whatever time you have breakfast, or meal number one, if you want to call it that, is, are you getting 20 to 30 grams of protein with that meal? That's what you want to ask yourself. How much are you getting with that meal? If you don't start your day with enough, then it's very challenging to try and get it all in at the end of the day. So this is where it becomes most important. So we're going to start with meal number one. And with meal number one, I always start the day with eggs because they are super simple. Today I'm on video, so it's taken me a little bit longer because I'm talking. But honestly, I roll out of bed. I can have this meal done, prepped, ready to go in less than 10 minutes. So it doesn't take very long. And you can either sit down and eat it or take it with you on the go. Very, very easy. But that's why I love eggs, because they're very, very easy. So I start with a little bit of olive oil. So tiny, tiny bit. I would say a teaspoon. I try not to use a ton of oil because yes, it is a very healthy fat, but I want to use the oil later on. I like to marinate my vegetables in oil or add it to my chicken because I think it just tenderizes it. It tastes better. So because 1 tablespoon of olive oil is about 125 calories, I try to save that for some other foods during the day. And this is just enough. It's really, for me, making sure that the eggs don't stick to the pan. My pan is getting a little bit old, so might have to make a TJ Maxx run. But here's the thing that clients always ask. What do you do with all your egg yolks? Because how I get all my protein in is I typically do 4 egg whites and 1 whole egg. So we are going to basically just put the egg whites in here first. You can put them in a bowl first. You can mix them up, whatever way is easiest for you. Sometimes, like I said, I'm a big fan in the morning of doing things very quickly. So I don't put them in a bowl. I don't mix them with the fork. That will probably make them a little fluffier. But what I've found with yolks is that there isn't that much that you can do with them. You can give maybe 1 to your puppy dog. In the summer, I save them for the compost for the garden. But the recipes that I looked up with egg yolks are pretty much custards, and desserts. So there isn't that much. So honestly, I just put them back in here. I put them back in the egg carton. I put them in the fridge and I dispose of them whenever that is full. I have thrown them out in the trash before, but they tend to smell really bad. So I don't put them in there right away. If you have something that you can use your egg yolks for, great. Please let me know. Eggs are finished, ready to go. 4 egg whites, 1 whole egg in here. I take the yolks out of the fresh eggs, but you can also buy the carton. The carton contains the egg whites already done for you. They're already separated. I have done that in the past, but I found that I don't like the taste. It is a lot more convenient. You can just weigh out and measure however much you want, but I find that it does taste different. To me, it tastes a little more processed, probably because it is in the container. So I just like the eggs by themselves. Very quick, very easy to whip up. And now we're going to put our plate together with all of the fun things that go with it. Next comes the fun part, is making your plate nice and balanced with your protein, your healthy fats, your fiber. So now we have this beautiful plate ready to go for breakfast. Took less than 15 minutes, made the eggs and added our color. Color is key. Blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, bananas, avocado, so many amazing fruits. We got our fiber. We have our antioxidants, lots of vitamins, protein, avocado, healthy fat, and the final touch was our chia seeds for that little bit of extra fiber that you can just throw right on there. So good. Our finished product looks like this. It is time for breakfast, or if you want to use this for lunch or dinner, great. Super easy. Anytime you look at a plate, anytime you're looking at making better choices with your nutrition, think eat like an adult and think balance. This took 15 minutes to make, prepare, put together, and it is full of protein, color, antioxidants, healthy fats, and it's going to fill you up for a long time. And that's what we want. We want to balance our blood sugar levels. We want to have energy. We want to feel good and give our body what it needs so that your metabolism works for you. So if you look at this and say, wow, that's a lot of food. It is. It's a lot of food, but it's not a lot of calories. That's what we want. So if you're looking at this as, wow, that's a lot of food, then you're doing it right. That's how we know we're doing it right. That's how we stay balanced with our nutrition. That's how we reach our goals. And we also are having fun with food.